What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Nevin the Barber, and in today's haircut tutorial, I'm going to be covering a highly requested haircut that I've been getting, which is a blowout taper with a textured fringe. So to get right into today's haircut tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and start off by creating my first initial guideline in a triangle shape with my trimmers, followed by no guard with the lever all the way open. And now that I have both of these guidelines set, I'm not going to erase this first guideline quite yet. I'm actually going to follow it up with the 1.5 guard all the way closed, going up about another inch. And this is basically the foundation of my haircut right here. I have my 00 followed by my 0.5 and now my 1.5. And I'm going to begin blending up into the parietal ridge bone, doing some clipper over comb, using that same 1.5 guard as you guys can see. And I'm just going in with the comb and I'm rolling it off of my client's parietal ridge, cutting any unnecessary bulk that is there. And now I'm going to start erasing that middle guideline with my half guard lever all the way open. So the clipper is now cutting the hair down to a short number 1 guard length. And essentially all I'm doing with this step is I'm blending that 0.5 guideline up into the 1.5. And I'm just gradually closing my lever 1 notch at a time to erase that middle guideline. And just keep in mind, every time you guys close the lever, you want to be sure to shorten your cutting stroke, only because the hair is going to be getting cut at a little bit more of a shorter length every time you close that lever. So if you're a beginner barber or you're just getting into barbering, just keep that in mind. The more closed you have the lever, the shorter the hair is going to be getting cut. And now with my trimmers, I'm lining up my client C-cups. I always like to line up the C-cups before erasing the last guideline. I personally feel like it just gives a little bit more pop to the lineup and more contrast to the blend as well. So if you guys haven't tried this out, feel free to try it out and let me know how it works for you guys. And same thing behind my client's ear. I always like to clean up those flyaways that stick out behind my client's ear to give it a much more sharper look. And if you guys don't have a zero gapped trimmer, I would highly recommend using a zero gapped trimmer or zero gapping your tools. Like I said, if they're not zero gapped already, this is just going to make the job a lot easier and ensure you're getting a much more precise cut. And now with no guard with the lever all the way closed, I'm going to begin erasing that last guideline, blending the 00 up into the 0.5. And this is the only time where I start with the lever all the way closed, and I'll gradually open the lever 1 notch at a time to erase any last dark areas that I see at the bottom of the blend. And with this step right here, always keep in mind, every time you open the lever, the hair is going to be getting cut at a little bit more of a longer length. So whenever you have the lever open, it's getting cut at a longer length. And whenever you have the lever closed, it's getting cut at a shorter length. And now I'm going to repeat the same exact steps on the right side of my client's head. So you guys can see that I first started with that triangle shape with my trimmers, followed by no guard lever all the way open. And now with the 1.5 guard all the way closed, followed up by doing some clipper over comb up into that parietal ridge bone. And it's very important that you guys roll the comb off of your client's head. That way you can still maintain some of the bulk, especially with these blowout tapers. It's very essential that you leave a lot of bulk on the side of your client's head as well as the back of your client's head. And now to erase that middle guideline, I'm using the half guard with the lever all the way open. And like I mentioned before, this step is specifically blending the 0.5 up into the 1.5 guide. And I'm just gradually closing my lever as needed to erase that guideline. Some of your clients may have thicker or denser hair than others, so just be patient with it. As long as you guys are doing these steps properly, you should be able to get a nice, clean, seamless blend as well. And now that I have that middle guideline erased, I'll go ahead and go back to my trimmers to clean up all the flyaways behind my client's ear, as well as line up his C-cups. And if you guys have learned anything in this tutorial so far, Please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do drop weekly barber tutorials, so if there's any specific haircuts that you guys would like to see, feel free to drop them in the comments and I will try my best to get them out for you guys. And I also do want to say thank you to each and every single one of my subscribers who does tune in and show love to my videos. I am on the road to 300,000 subscribers. And I am going to be doing a giveaway for you guys once I hit 300K. So stay tuned for that. But like I said, if you guys do tune into my videos, I do just want to give a shout out to you guys and say thank you for always tuning in and showing love. And now with no guard lever all the way closed, I'll begin erasing that last guideline, blending the 00 up into the 0.5. And this is probably the easiest step within the fade because you can really see everything come together. You already created a nice foundation of the fade. This is really just bringing everything together. But like I said, even with this step right here, you guys want to be sure to use a nice short cutting stroke. You don't want to go too high. Otherwise, you're going to notice, the hair being a lot shorter at the top of the blend. So just keep this specific guide as low as you can when trying to erase this last guideline. And now to start off the nape section of this haircut, also known as the neck, I'm doing the same steps that I did on the sides of my client's head. So I'm first starting with my trimmers to create that initial guideline, removing all the bulk. And then I'm following up with no guard lever all the way open, followed by the 1.5 guard all the way closed. So again, I have my 00, my 0.5, and now my 1.5. So essentially, all I'm really doing is I'm creating my guidelines going up, and then I'm coming back down to erase each guideline. At the end of the day, there's really no right or wrong way to cut hair, but I've been in the industry for 13 years now, and I can honestly say that this is not only the fastest, but also the most efficient and easiest fading system that I have created. So like I said, if you guys haven't tried it out, feel free to try it out and let me know how it works for you guys in the comments. And if there's any of you guys who are struggling with building clientele or even recording or posting content, I do now have my online barber academy open for enrollment. So if you guys want to learn how to scale your business, master your haircuts, and even master the marketing and social media side of your career, I do have the blueprint out on my online social media marketing course. And if you guys would like to enroll, the link is in my YouTube bio if you want to check it out. And if you guys do decide to enroll, you also get one-on-one coaching access to me, which includes a one-on-one coaching call every single week. That way I can help you guys, hit your goals every week and just keep you guys accountable and keep you on track to hitting your goals. But like I said, the link to enroll is now in my bio if there's any of you beginner barbers or even advanced barbers who are ready to take your career to the next level. And now to finish up this haircut, you guys can see that I'm just doing some detail work, polishing out that last guideline. And this is what I really like about my fading system right here. As long as you guys do the steps properly, you'll get a nice, clean, seamless blend every single time. It almost looks photoshopped to the point where you can't tell where the fade starts or finishes. And for those of you that are wondering, this specific haircut system does work on all hair textures, whether it's coarse hair, straight hair, curly hair, whatever the case may be. This system does work on all hair textures. And right here, I'm taking my Saber trimmers to line up my client's nape line, really bringing everything together and making the back of his taper pop. And if you guys do want to purchase any of the clippers that I'm using in this video, you guys can feel free to use my discount code NEVIN10 on the Stylecraft or Gamma website. I will be sure to leave the links in the description of this video if you guys do want to check them out. And now using my NevinTheBarber shears, I'm taking vertical sections on my client's occipital bone, just trimming up that bulk section, but leaving enough length to give it that blowout look. This is one way I like to trim the occipital bowl and the back of the crown area. I'll take vertical sections and just cut any unnecessary bulk sticking out above my fingers. And again, if you guys would like to purchase my NevinTheBarber shears, feel free to message me on Instagram at NevinTheBarber and I will get you guys squared away. They are made of the highest quality Japanese forged J2 steel. So if you're looking to invest into a nice pair of shears as well as thinning shears, like I said, you guys can message me on Instagram and I will get you guys squared away. And my client didn't want to take any length off top. He just wanted more texture and volume. So I'm doing a method with my shears called slicing. And this is me basically just taking my shears going at a diagonal direction on my client's crown area, just allowing the shears to remove some of the bulk. And right here, I'm just doing some shears over comb up into the parietal ridge area to get a nice seamless transition up into the bulk. I always like to use shears to blend up into the crown area because it leaves a much more softer finish as opposed to using the clippers. And as always, I like to finish my client's haircut with some product. And if any of you guys have a blowout taper with a textured fringe, I would definitely recommend trying out some texture powder or some clay. This is basically going to create a lot more volume and texture for you rather than just leaving the hair flat. You guys can see that the volume powder really just gave my client's hair a lot more pop and volume. And one more time, I'm just going to go ahead and take my Turkish razor up against the grain of my client's hair follicle. And I always like to do this, even if I don't line up the front hairline, I always like to bring the razor blade up against the grain of the C-cups or the vertical bars. And this is really just going to bring the haircut to life. It's all of these small details that's going to make your haircut stand out. And not only that, your client will appreciate it and probably rebook with you. It's always very important to go back and double check your work, ensuring that you gave your client the cleanest haircut as possible. But you guys can see after doing some shear work and detail work, the haircut looks 10 times better. Same thing on the other side. I'm just finishing up with my trimmers, ensuring that every hair is cut down to perfection. And right here with my Gamma Uno shaver, this is just balding down all the stubble. And I always recommend using a foil shaver as well at the end of your haircuts. The trimmer is going to cut it down pretty short, but the shaver is always nice because it cuts it all the way down to the skin. This is really going to make your haircut pop and last as long as possible. And one more time with my NevinTheBarber shears, doing some shear over comb as well as some point cutting. But that is about it for today's blowout taper with a textured fringe. Once again, if you guys learned anything in this video, hit that like button, drop a comment letting me know what you want to see next, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one.